Hi, it's your Star Goddess. I'm back. Yes. Okay, so I had a book haul, and this fall I plan on getting more into the spiritual side of things as far as spirit communication and things like that, because I used to be very much into that, and I used to be very open, like veil thin, everything open. I'm getting contact all the time. And since I moved out of my older house, the old house was, older, and it had more energy there. This house is new, it's new construction, so there's less activity in this house. So I'm going to be doing a lot of spiritual contact this fall, since the veil does thin during that time of year the most. So I found this book just sitting there on the shelf, Ghost Hunting for Beginners. Okay, so I think they probably they write a lot of these for beginner books, and it's because it's written simply. I like things that are simple, and I like reading it and getting to know what it is, and then coming back and telling you guys about it. So I do plan on doing more, like going out into places, and I'm going to be filming in places this fall. My kids go back to school, and I want to do more spiritual work outside, y'all. So I'm going to get some tips. All right. The next, for those who want to know all the information, Rich Newman is the author. Ghost Hunting for Beginners. Okay. I got to give all the information. Okay. So the next thing I bought, okay, I bought this purely because of how it looks. It's not about what's in the book. I love how they presented it. Look at this. Spellcraft. It's by Sarah Bartlett. Spellcraft for a Magical Year. Rituals and enchantments for prosperity, power, and fortune. Y'all know I'm all about that. Okay, so it's a beautiful purple book. It says 100 new and special design spells. Open it, it's silver. Look at that. Love that. Okay, and then it says Spellcraft on the title page. And hold on, let's get into it. Contents. And has an introduction. It's written like a book of shadows, guys. That's why I like it. Look at that. The power of nature and magical cycles. And so it's written like a book of shadows almost, with symbols and the old antique looking pages, the drawings, geomancy, So this is going to go how to be a good witch. Okay. So it goes month by month. Starts off in January. Spells and enchantments for prosperous living. Okay. So it goes into January. The festival for January. Festival for Bafana. The sun moves into Aquarius. So it gives you the astrology as well as what's going on throughout the month, which is cool. And goes into New Year's Day for trees, like giving you rituals for the holidays and things like that. Chinese New Year, new moon spell, full moon spell, you guys, and charisma spell, general spell for any day of the month. Okay, so there's chants in the spell work, and then there's preparation, and then like items you need. Then it goes into February. So they go through each month with a spell, a list of spells you can do throughout the year. Each month has a holiday or a feast day, like they do St. Bridget's feast day in February, and then they have the Embolic and St. Valentine's Day. They have a lot of festivals in February, you guys, lots. Okay, so in February they also have the new moon and full moon spell for February. So it just goes throughout the entire year, and all the festivals and the equinoxes in there. Look at this page. I just love the artwork in this. Okay, so let me skip to the back. Let me skip to October, because y'all know that's a good month. Okay, so October. Let's see what October. I love the black page. Okay, spells and enchantments for love relationships in October. Esau's Eve, Esau's Day, Halloween. Let me do a little Halloween page. There's a bunch of little spells for Halloween. New moon spell, full moon spell. And it goes into November. So I think this, I don't know how much this was. Let's see. 19 bucks. That's not bad for a book this size and this thick. And you know, the artwork and things like that. That's a good price. So I like it. Recommend that. Next book I bought, The Book of Enoch the Prophet by R.H. Charles. Okay, this was staring at me on the shelf, and I had to buy it because there's so much stuff in the story of Enoch that people can't decode. And I read a little bit of it, and I could decode it instantly because I don't know, that's one of my talents that I have. And I just want to decode this. Like, seriously, I want to decode it. And when I start decoding it, people who have tried to decode it before, they've decoded it totally wrong. And I don't want to say they were wrong, but I want to say that they were way off, like, on a lot of things. But, you know, there's levels to interpretation. So they could be right on one aspect, but it goes deeper. You know what I'm saying? So I will just say I will go even deeper. How about that? Because I don't want to call people wrong, because there's many levels of knowledge, you know. So the book is The Book of Enoch. I'm going to be reading that this fall. Okay. Next thing I bought was this calendar. It is the Alchemy Gothic, the England Alchemy Gothic calendar for 2018. Now, I love skulls. Y'all know I love skulls. And the reason I got this is because I see a lot of skull deities on here, like skeletal deities that I work with. I see like a La Santísima Muerte, you know, I see Los Muertos, I see Baron I see the Baron Simity, I see Death, you know, the Grim Reaper. And so I think it's really cool for my next calendar. Plus it matches my decor back there. Right now I have a calendar with haunted locations. So I thought I'd switch it up to something else. And that's what I got. And my daughter, she loves making balloon animals. So I bought her this balloon animal kit. She doesn't really make the animals. She just blows them up and twists it around and pretends she's making the animals. And sometimes it looks like an animal and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so then I got her this paper bag puppet kit so she can make paper bag puppets when she's bored. Okay. Let's see. I went to Hot Topic as well, and I shared this on my other channel that I do hauls on, but I thought you guys would appreciate it because it's a little witchy. These bath salts, or these they're called sparkling bath powders. They look like potion bottles and they look like potions. I plan on like decorating around my bathtub to look like an apothecary. So I got the potion bottles to look really cool. And they sell them like this at Hot Topic. They're by Blackheart. And this one is Dragon's Gold, which is a sweet amber scented bath powder. And Mermaid Scales, which is a ocean mist scented bath powder. So these are going to be really pretty on my bathtub. I also picked up a, also by Blackheart, they had like a set of perfumes as well that follow the same theme. and I'm going to show you guys. They look like this. They smell really good. I've already smelled them. They look like little potion bottles or little spell bottles. I'm just going to pop one out. This one, it's like mermaid's tears, and I could just have these like set up in the window seal to look like an apothecary. And the cork, it's not really a cork, it just pops off like a top. This one smells powdery. So they're all the basic perfume scents. So the mermaid tears smells like really powdery scent, like a fresh powdery scent. Then you have the liquid luck, which smells like a tropical coconutty scent. And then you have the unicorn spirit, which smells like jasmine or some type of really potent flower. Let me make sure that's what it is. Yeah, it's like a jasmine-y, lavendery smell, like a really nice floral. Okay, then we have Love Potion. This, I can't even put my finger on this. Let me see what this smells like. It's a fresh, clean, planty, floral, like citrus. It's like very striking. I'm gonna say that. Okay. And the last one is Elixir of Life. Ooh, I'm gonna need some of this. And this is a floral citrus. Straight up floral citrus. More citrus than floral, okay? So this is good for like a hot summer day. It smells really floral. Almost like lemony or grapefruity, but fresh. Okay, so you got all the types of scents that you could like, you know. And I'm gonna just set them around my bathtub. It's gonna be really pretty. But yes, the books that I get, I do read them, y'all. Like, don't think I don't read them. I keep books everywhere in my house. I have books on my nightstand. I have books in here in a box next to me. Whenever I get bored or a break or in between a reading, I pick it up and start reading, you know. In between readings that I do, I read for 30 minutes, check my email, do a reading, okay? So I have to finish my books when I can. I can't sit there and read it straight through because I don't have a lot of time, so I read them step by step. That's why I think I can kind of absorb them, because I don't try to cram it all in at the same time. I have time to actually process what I'm reading and think about it and, you know, ponder on it until I get to read it again. With spell books, I will just look through them and see if there's something that really sticks out to me, something that I do. I don't use these spells exactly how they are in the book. I will change them to modify them to my liking. But I like to see how other people do it. I like to see them as a guide, but I will not copy it at all because I like to add my own special touch. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what folk magic is. When you follow a spell exactly like someone tells you to do it, but you don't add your extra stuff, it's not going to be really as powerful as it could be. You know what I'm saying? So if you're into hoodoo, folk magic, things like that, creating your own spells, if you're an eclectic practitioner, don't ever copy someone's spell exactly. Put your own spin on it. Put your own energy into it. Put your own ingredient, add one, take one away, replace one with this, you know, something like that, because it's kind of giving it your personal stamp, you know. And that's what you want to do with when you do spell work. If you do spell work, some people work mentally, you know. I work mentally a lot. I do spells a lot. I do everything. It just depends on what I think is going to be effective. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just going to go into giving you a little bit of tips before this video is over, since you did stick through it through the haul. When you are writing spells, make sure your words are correct, okay? A lot of people have come and asked me, why don't their spells work? I'm not good at this. I'm new at this. I don't know what's not working. You know, when people come into magic or want to do a spell, make sure you have really researched and you know your stuff, okay? You can't just walk in here and just start doing magic. That's not how it works. Unless you're doing it to practice, you know what I'm saying? Not to actually achieve something, but just to practice. That's the best way to start off. Don't let your first spell be something that is an emergency situation. You know what I'm saying? Practice the little things. Practice. Build yourself up. Make sure you're using positive words, words of now and in the future, not present not past or present. Make sure you talk in future tense is what I'm saying. Sorry. So for example, I want is not a good spell word. I have is a better spell word because it's giving you what you want already. It's putting you in the frequency or the vibration of having it already. So it's going to attract it to you faster. So stop saying I want, I wish, I need, because you're attracting wanting, wishing, and needing versus the thing that you want. Okay? So I just want to add that little part in because I know a lot of you guys have not seen my other video about how to write a spell. And, you know, the words are just wrong a lot of the times when you write stuff down or in your petitions and things like that, you know, or in your manifesting. If you only manifest and you don't practice magic and you write your manifestations down, make sure those words are correct. You know what I'm saying? Don't write that you want something or need something because you're attracting wanting and needing. Having is what you want. Okay? Profiting is what you want. There's a house you want. Cut it out. Paste it in your book, in your manifesting book, and write something like, I love living here. Thank you for this beautiful house. I love living in it. You know what I'm saying? I promise you, if y'all go back 2 years ago and look on my videos and I was manifesting things, I had a nice house in there. Very nice house. You know, I had things in there that everything in that book, I have it. Almost everything. I mean, there's something that I can't get in that book because they don't make it in my size. But, okay. But I put it in there anyway because I like the style, you know. But almost everything in my manifestation book, I got it now. 2 years later, I got it all. Everything in that book, I got it. It's just check. I got it. And back then when I manifested it, 80% of the stuff, I did not know how I was going to get it. Okay? So make sure you know what you want. I mean, I'm looking at my manifestation book right now. They might make it in my size. I'm not sure. But usually they're very fitted. I want it was a very luxury item. Okay, I wanted a Bauman jacket, and you know they're like very expensive brand, and I'm sure they got it in my size. I have not seen it for sale on a website, but I'm sure I could find it if I really looked. I could buy it right now if I want it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I don't even know if I want it anymore, but I wanted it for the fall, so I might go see if they got my size. Okay. You know they make it for like couture, those little skinny models. I'm gonna look right now and see if they got it, and I'm gonna order it if they got it. Okay, because you know I manifested that, and it's one of the only things I don't have that I have in that book. So I mean, I might as well go ahead and complete it, right? I feel like, but I do feel like a lot of people do this and they feel so good when they're able to check all that stuff off that they wanted. You know what I'm saying? You just have to start it. You know, if you don't have a direction in life, if you don't know what to do next, start manifesting. You know, start manifesting and figuring out what it is you want. That is the key. When people walk around asking other people what's their purpose. What's my purpose? What's my purpose? What do I want? What should I want? Think about how this looks for a second. Think about how this looks when you are walking around asking other people what you're supposed to be doing and what you want and what your purpose is in life. Think about how that looks. Okay? You are supposed to create your own purpose and figure out what you want. That's the whole beauty of it. Because if I tell you you're supposed to be cleaning up dog crap, that's your purpose. First of all, you're not going to like it. Second of all, you're not going to believe it. Third of all, you're going to go and ask someone else what your purpose is. And they're going to tell you something totally different. You might not like that either. And you might go on to the next person. You might not like that either. And then go on to the next person. Until you realize they don't know. And only you know. Because you're supposed to create it. Okay? So a lot of you guys who get readings and things like that, who ask the question, what's my purpose? Why am I here? Are you sure you want me to tell you? Because that right there is your decision. Okay? That's your decision. It has nothing to do with what you're supposed to be doing. It's what do you want to be doing? What do you feel like you're supposed to be doing? Do you like what you're supposed to be doing? You know? Because I can tell you anything. Like, I'm just being honest. I can tell you, oh, you're supposed to be a convenience store manager. That's what you are. You won't believe that. You want me to tell you something grand. You want me to give you a direction. You know? And what if I gave you a direction that you weren't comfortable with? Would you still walk it? Or would you say that's not right? If you keep telling people they're wrong about your purpose, obviously you know it. Because you can't tell someone they're wrong about something unless you know the answer. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell someone that's not right. I don't think that's my purpose. Because you already know your purpose. You just haven't looked for it within yourself. You haven't thought about it. You haven't said, what do I want to do? You know what I'm saying? Your purpose is not necessarily what you're supposed to be doing. It's what you create for yourself to do. You know what I mean? Like, my purpose could be what I'm doing right now, or it could be something totally different. I could have many purposes. You know, my purpose could be a mother. I'm a wife. I'm a daughter. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a reader. I'm this. I give relationship advice. I have many purposes. Why? Because I created them. I created every one of those purposes except being a daughter. That's the only purpose that I did not create. My mom created that purpose. But everything else, it was on me, you know. So find your purpose. Create your purpose. You know, find time to create your purpose. How about that? Find time to create your purpose. And when you create your purpose, you'll be happy. And you won't no longer be asking other people what you should be doing, you know. Like I said, I'm coming up with a spell. I might pick one of the spells out of this book to perform. But I'm going to tweak it. I feel like people have been asking me for money spells. And there's a bunch of them in here. This one's loaded with money spells. So I will do one out of here. I'm going to find a good one. I'm going to set it all up really nice. And the only thing I don't like about these kind of spells is these poems. I'm not a poem person. Like, I do not like saying poetry over my spell work. Like, I like making up my own words. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you an example. Oh, the Ghost Festival. Okay. There's one that says alchemy in it. Look at that one. It says, by alchemy, by spirits true, my ancestors now come to me to always help and give resolve, to empower my world and bring me love. I think I'm going to change that last one to prosperity because I already got love. But I like that. I like that. Mm-hmm. I like how they use these words, though. I'm gonna take it back. I like these little poems. I didn't even read them before. Before I said that. See, learn something new. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. Home blessing spell. Okay. Ooh, binding spell. I knew y'all want that one. Ooh, I like this one too. Okay, I'm excited to do it. Okay. I really like that. See, whoever came up with these are very creative. Like, these aren't spells that you would see in an old school spell book. These are creative, you know. They're not these old school spells. They're creative new spells with new, better wording. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. So I will be using this book and finding some spells to do for the channel because I like this book. It's up to speed. You know what I'm saying? It's modern. The words are universal and it's simple, and that's what I like. And it honors the ancestors, different deities, alchemy, and things like that. So, and spirits, spirit guides. I love that. So I'll probably be rereading this tonight and going through it and picking out some spells that I can do for the channel. I'm definitely going to do the binding. I'm definitely going to do a money and maybe a love. My kids go back to school in a few weeks, y'all. So y'all know I'm going to be on this YouTube more often because I have all day. Okay, so I'm gonna see y'all later. Bye.